Okay. Hi, everyone. How are we doing? It's Chichi again from Enthusiastic, your Scratch coding teacher. So how did you enjoy the last class? Yeah, we got to see how the logic of ATM machines work. So today we're still going to do something using variables and conditions, okay? And we're going to do something more interesting. So we're going to include a situation where we have a guard dog, okay, that, just patrols the compound back and forth of that nature. So let's dive right in, okay? So, right, let me know when you can see my screen. All right, I guess we can see the screen. So this is what we're going to do. The first thing we need is a character that's going to work from the beginning to the very end, okay? So, and I said it's going to be a dog. So I'm going to go look for a dog sprite by clicking on the cat's face with a plus sign icon. When I get there, I look for dogs. Okay, I can see this. This one doesn't really look lovable. This one looks more interesting, so I'm going to have this. And then I'm going to delete these other sprites, okay? Let me hide my clothes in the panel because it's making it difficult for me to see. Yes. So now, this is what I need. We need to first of all create a situation where this dog starts walking from one point to the other side. Okay. So now this is the location it is in. If you look beneath the stage, you see an X and Y coordinates. The scratch stage is just like that. It has an X and Y coordinate. So every point, a character is on the stage. So for the for this to become a pattern, first of all, we need to go to the motion block category. You will see the go to X axis Y position. If you confirm, it's actually the same thing as what's on the new, okay? So sometimes if you just move this character to where you want it to be, it's going to reflect here. So we're going to go to the events block category and we're going to trigger this that whenever this particular character green flag is clicked, this character must start here. Okay, so see what's going to happen. Let's just test this. Did you see it went back there? Perfect. So now we want it to move across the screen. What I'm going to do is we're going to use the motion block category again to make it move 10 steps. But let's see, it's only moving once. So we want this to be a repeated process. It keeps going and going and going. So we're going to go to the control block and drag out the loop that says forever, this character should move 10 steps. So see, it's moving wonderful. Now, it has moved to the other end. But we don't want it just to do this. So let's create a condition where if it's at the edge of this stage, it's going to be like, say something and then go back. So let's do that very quickly. So we'll get the if then block, okay? And place it inside the forever block. Why? Because this is going to keep on happening. It's going to continuously be checking this particular condition. So we want to say if from the sensing block category, if touching mouse pointer is not what we want, but if touching the edge, okay, it should say something. So we could make it think, or yeah, let's make it think. 2 seconds, and then what should happen? Should it go back? I think we should do that. So we should go back to the motion block category and make this character go back. Or instead of going back, let's make it glide. I don't know, let's see. Let's first see what's gonna happen to make it go back to the initial coordinates. Here is going to be minus 181 and the x-axis and 18 on the y-axis. So let's see. And it went back. So very interesting, very, very interesting script. So let's see. I feel like I would love it to glide. Let's change it to a glide situation. So you make it glide. 991 and the x-axis. Let's see what happens. Okay. So now it's almost like it's gliding back and forth, at the same speed. So let's make it glide for a shorter time. So let me stop this. Let's make it glide for a shorter time. So we're going to make it glide for like 0.2 seconds. Yeah. Okay. And let's see what happens. Very good. So the movement is sort of fast. So I want us to control it. We'll use the weight block to put some sort of weight in between its movement. And we're going to do this by going to the control block category once more. We'll go and drag out the weight in 1 second block. And we're going to place it where? Beneath the move 10 steps. So let's see what happens. You see, it has slowed down the way this character is moving. So, but it's too slow. The higher the seconds, the slower the speed, the lower the seconds, the faster the speed. So let's make it like less. This 1 second is kind of much. So let's make it less. Let's click on the 1 second and make it like 0.5 seconds, okay? And see what actually happens. You click on the green flag again. Okay, so it's faster now, right? Very good. So another thing we could do, we could make it move faster, despite the fact that it's going to wait for long. So to make it move faster, that's cover more distance, we can increase the amount of steps it's going to take. So start again. It's almost like it's hopping. And we can reduce the number of, seconds. So you could just alternate it, okay? Alternate it, figure out what works for you. And then let's see. All right, I think this makes sense. Indeed. So now let's put more life to this. Let's let's add a backdrop. So where is it gonna guard? It's gonna guard a castle. I think I like the castle ideology. So we might have to adjust this because where it is, it looks kind of high. So you see, it looks down like it's walking on the floor. So what are we going to do? That means we're going to correct the X and Y axis on our blocks. So we have on the X axis minus 182. And for the Y axis, we have minus 116. Now we'll do the same thing here. And here is 116. So we've done something really cool. Well, something just happened. What happened here? This is where it's supposed to start from. Now it's supposed to move, right? So let's see. Stop. Something is wrong. So let's separate our blocks. These are part of things we experience. So let's separate our blocks. Then I'm going to remove the if. Let's test if it's actually going to move after we touch it. So it's moving, so that's fine. So Why is it not obeying the condition of if it's touching the edge? You should think for 2 seconds and then move. Let's see. So that means there's something. Okay. We want to drag out this block and then let's see. Forever move, wait for 0.2 seconds, and if it's touching the edge, so let's redo this. In Scratch programming, whenever you have issues like this, what you usually do is you dismantle your blocks of code and then rebuild it again. So now, if touching the edge is what we want to set as condition, we want it to think for 2 seconds, okay? So let's do this again. Okay, let's remove the weight block and have this back. I'm gonna remove this block entirely. All right, we're gonna start over again very quickly, very quickly, very quickly. And we'll see where I went wrong. So now, when the green flag is clicked, go to this position, okay? Now we want it to move 20 steps. And let's see, does it move? So forever, we want it to be moving until it is touching the edge, okay? So let's put it as this. If touching edge, let's see. So something is hindering my block. Let's see. So it moves. Okay. And then, okay, what we're going to do, we'll make it wait a little bit, turning this to 0.2 seconds, right? So we're going to do this again. It's moving fine. So what I can do instead is to say, wait for 1 second, and then make it make a sound, right? And then I would like it to glide back to its initial position, which is -182. X-axis minus 166, 116, y-axis. So let's do this for 0.5 seconds, okay? And 0.5. So my time is up. Let's test this. Well, we already have something interesting we will work with when we come back next week. And see you guys next week.